Peel? Go for it.
Hey guys, it's Noah here. Welcome to the roundtable. I'm here with my co-stars.
Lucas Lombana Arias.
Ben LeGrand, episode 1. So, first topic, we're going to talk about seasonal disorders and how the school spirit kind of dies after homecoming and the football season. Then, throughout all that, you just got nothing. Basketball, no one really pays attention to that.
Yeah.
There's nothing that really goes on after homecoming. Like, the homecoming week is like the end of the school year. That's like school year events and everything.
Yeah, it's sort of weird. I don't know why they like pack everything into the beginning of the year because it makes it really dry and like school spirit's dead for the whole rest of the year.
Yeah, because then you got winter and then it's just like nothing. Like, just dead. And now you get like tests and all that and nothing. Everything. There's just nothing.
Because then it's finals after, because we have homecoming, like Thanksgiving break, which is like 3 days, and then it's
Winter
just
break.
finals.
And then,
Is there like any winter sports that are really?
I mean,
like,
there's basketball, but like no one really goes to those games at all. I don't know why.
True.
No one goes to basketball games, but like that's all there is.
I feel like it's like mainly Nequa too. Like nobody at Nequa goes to the basketball games, but there's other schools like in our area that their student section at basketball games is really live.
Yeah,
So,
I've
like-
been to other basketball games that are definitely way more fun than just like Nico's games. Nico's games, they just don't get anyone. No one goes.
I don't think I've ever been to a sports game that wasn't football at Niqua. Yeah, like nobody. There's not really a big like spectating culture here outside of football.
Yeah, and I mean, other than sports too, like the whole homecoming week, no one. Other than that, there's nothing. It's
Pretty
just-
much.
Yeah.
Yeah. Or like I don't think I've ever been to a soccer game for Nequa. Or
I went
a
to one as
baseball
like a
game.
freshman, but it was just like a joke.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was-
It's like
I just went like to make fun of them.
Oh my god.
the only sports that really get like actual recognition are a little bit of basketball and then just football.
Yeah,
Or like
exactly.
our cheerleading team is pretty good. I
Every
guess.
cheerleading team gets like a medal.
We win state like once every couple of years.
Yeah.
Nobody even talks about it.
I'm not sure. I mean, other than promoting basketball games to actually go to them, I don't know what solutions there are other than making other spirit weeks. But with that football game, that if you made another spirit week, it would just kind of feel like a dry one or an empty one.
Yeah. Because like there's homecoming spirit week, but
That's capstone with the football game. So
Yeah.
It's just kinda,
and people still don't really participate even with the football game and homecoming coming up. There's people that just like don't care.
yeah, I mean, or some people don't really hear about it. I mean, I think they did a good job of like showing people like that there's a thing going on with the Instagram and like the boards around the school, but like people are still not gonna find out about it unless you
Yeah.
tell them.
I like who watches goes to a football game to watch the football game. Like I don't really care about football. I'm there to hang out with friends. Like I'm not gonna go to a basketball game just to watch the basketball game. I don't care about the game. If all my friends are going, then I'd go to hang out with them.
Yeah, well, that's exactly the point. Is like no one goes to a basketball game. Plus, there's like not a lot of fans there to begin with either. So there's just
Yeah.
nothing to do.
It's like nobody goes to the basketball game. Plus, it's at a really weird time because it's like right before like winter break and finals and everything, and then it goes until after. So it's a really weird time of the year because people are focused on their finals and everything like that, and they're not really paying attention to any of the sports that are going on at that
I
time.
guess it's really just a dry part of the year where people really just like start getting like bogged down and really like not well. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and then like, I feel like with prom as seniors, we have a little bit to look forward to towards the end of the year because we have prom. But for everybody else in the school, it's not. That end of the year time is just
Yeah.
spring break.
I mean,
That's
we're
all
juniors.
it
We don't go
is.
to prom. So
Yeah, we
we're
don't
not-
go to
Yeah.
prom.
I'm going to prom. At least I
yeah,
hope.
I would hope.
If you don't go to prom as a senior, are you really
Yeah,
being a senior?
True. Especially after like COVID when people got nothing the last half year. Like you
Oh,
better
yeah.
like, take advantage of this stuff.
Oh yeah, and like, so like I get it's like that awkward middle, like November to like late January, early February.
Yeah.
It's just
Even more than that, I would say. Like what happens in March?
yeah, March is dead too.
Like okay, April just gets spring, like it's warmer, but like other than that, there's just nothing. Other than the prom, like what other events do we have going through the end of the year?
Nothing. It's just spring break and prom.
Yeah, and spring break is just like a week off of school. Like that's not even like a school sanctioned event.
I mean,
That's
last
just,
time we
like-
had a spring break, we sort of got 2 years off of school.
Yeah. I mean, there's really not a lot of events other than the first like month of school. Like we just ended right there.
Is there any like pep rallies after? I don't remember because I
Oh,
we
forget.
don't have.
Red carpet night. What is it
We
called?
do have red carpet rally.
That's it. That's like something, but yeah, I don't know if they're gonna do that with COVID this year.
Have we ever done a red
Yeah, no,
carpet?
we did that. That's where they like shout out like the people who did like good
That was your
accomplishments
guys'
throughout the half
freshman
year.
year.
Yeah.
You got.
No, yeah,
you
we
guys
did
was a
that. I
freshman
remember
year.
I
that.
don't remember that.
It was really it was cool because it got.
There's not much. You just kind of sit there and watch the people walk by, though. There's
Yeah.
not a lot to do.
I mean, it was cool for the students to get recognition, but other than that, it was pretty stagnant. There's not much to look forward to. You're sort of.
So, I'm just gonna cut this out. But so
There's the shooting threat.
the shooting threat. Talk about it.
When was that?
When was this?
Red carpet rally.
Last.
What?
Kids were going
Oh,
home
yeah.
early, they were making announcements.
Freshman year?
Oh
I
yeah.
wait.
I don't remember
I vaguely remember something like that. Did we? I honestly don't remember that well.
Know enough to talk about it?
No.
I know a little bit.
I don't know like a factual stuff about it.
Yeah, I mean, it was just like a rumor going around school, I think. But
Yeah.
there were like, I don't know.
And then my freshman year, we had a bomb threat session. Do you remember that?
Oh, yeah.
And none of us knew what was happening.
Like,
Oh, yeah. Like
Yeah.
With
Stuff like that,
events-
you don't really know whatever was happening. It's
with
usually just a
events,
rumor.
yeah. With
Yeah.
events, it's usually rumors, and then we find out the facts later on after we've already been sent home, and people are like when my freshman year, I don't know if you guys weren't here yet.
No.
We had a bomb threat, but nobody knew
Damn.
that there was a bomb threat, or nobody knew what was happening. We all just sort of like left the building and walked home. There was kids standing
serious?
outside the building for like 30 minutes waiting for their parents to come pick them up.
That's kind of sad.
No, that's
No one. That's the thing that the school does so poorly is, and it's like it's sort of hard to be able to do it well.
Yeah.
Is
Yeah.
educating or not educating, telling people what's going on in the moment.
No, that's like the bank robbery. That was like what, like 2 weeks ago. Like
Yeah.
I'm actually surprised people got that information down pretty quickly because like usually that would have been like just some gigantic rumor like, oh, someone's here, oh, something's happening. But they actually found out like that was actually like a real.
Is there any way that we can like the school can like inform students more quickly?
I feel like we could have like a. It would be sort of hard to, but like if they had an alert system, sort
Like
of
the
like
remind-
how colleges do.
Colleges have that.
Yeah,
that,
like-
that seems like a really just like a big thing. Like that would be like a really like heavy thing to implement. I don't know. You know what I mean? Like that seems like it's a lot. They just download. Everyone have like a download a real app or something to like.
What about
alert them.
what about the remind? I don't really know how that works, but like they can send texts out.
Or like we could have like a Google Classroom because everybody has Google Classroom.
Yeah.
If they put in a Google Classroom as like as NVHS News.
Yeah. I
they
mean,
could
if
have
you
a Google
like,
Classroom for it.
I mean, like, yeah, that's a good idea. But like, even like homecoming, like they try to remind us about stuff about like the Spirit Week all week, and like people still didn't know what to do. So like,
Yeah.
I don't know how this would be any different than that. But that's probably the effort is probably something that would be a good enough idea.
Honestly, just try just the effort to inform people. I feel like if at least one person knows, they tell somebody else, and then it just sort of spinballs. But even with that, it's like a telephone game because stories get spinned really quickly.
Yeah.
So it's really hard to get like the actual facts of what's happening in a situation. Like back to like the freshman year thing, we thought there was a bomb threat. They said a gas line blew. They said a teacher like passed out. It was like 16 different
Yeah.
stories, and nobody knew what was actually going on until like 3-4 hours later when everybody was at home.
Yeah. That's just like a tough thing to control. I don't
All we
really know.
knew was all right, we're going home early.
Yeah.
That's all that we was informed of. So
So like going on, like okay, there's a red carpet rally. Going back to the spirit stuff, red carpet rally, prom. That's it.
end of the year.
Yeah, that's pretty much it for all spirit events going through the end of the year.
Yeah. I
So-
feel like we heavily rely on just schools ending for the last half of our year.
Yeah.
That's the only thing that's keeping us going.
From now till the end, it's like, oh, we're ending. That's like what people look forward to.
We have like 7 months left, and it's like, oh, school's almost over because homecoming's dead.
I mean, even like think about other schools. Like I don't even know like what other people from other schools have done. That like I don't think any other schools have like spirit events after homecoming month. Like not that I've heard of.
No. And most schools, school spirit is so low because they don't make school fun.
Yeah, that's
Like
a
if
whole
our
nother debate.
school, if so they had like made an effort to make school events fun, like have student input, like homecoming this year was so dead because the music
Yeah, it
was
was.
horrible and they wouldn't take any advice from the students on what music to play.
It was kind of a bummer.
The majority of my friends left by like 9.
Yeah,
like, it
no.
was not.
I was there for 20 minutes and left, and it was so boring because I missed out on my junior year homecoming, and this is my senior year homecoming. It's just,
Yeah.
it was horrible.
Yeah. The setup was cool and everything. Like the actual outside was cool. Like I liked it being outside, but like The music was just not loud, and it wasn't. The DJ wasn't good either. That's
The
that's
ba-
all it came down to.
The bass was way too loud. You couldn't hear any of the lyrics. They would play a good song for like 20 seconds.
Yeah, he would
and
like
then
mix
was
it
done.
all the time. He was just changing the other song.
Yeah.
But yeah, the
But-
outside setup was cool, but the music was just awful.
The setup and like idea was really really good. The execution was just not there.
Yeah.
Thank you guys for joining us here at the round table. Join us here next week. We'll probably have our co-star here. I don't know if he'll decide to show up.
Yeah, we'll see.
We'll see.